Hello, today is 6/18 of 24, and I am here to show you what I eat in a day on my keto journey. We are going to go to a local barbecue place. I am going to get smoked brisket because I love it. It's fantastic. And I want a side to go with it. I can't eat the sides from that restaurant because they just all have way too many carbs. They don't even have like a side salad. So I'm going to go ahead and just make up my own slaw to go with it. I'm still trying to get like the perfect recipe to go with this brisket. So I'm going to try a little bit different of a slaw today. Okay, so I'm just going to put, I think about a cupish of some shredded cabbage in my bowl. And then I want to use some jalapeno, which I should put gloves on for because it's a hot pepper. So I think I'm actually going to do that like last so I don't have to worry about like anything else. Okay, so then I'm going to add to it some cilantro and some green onions. So I've got my green onions. I've got 3 of them here. I'm just going to cut through the green sections. Okay, and I'm just going to get those into my bowl. And then some cilantro. I think I'm going to use about a third of a bunch of my cilantro. So I'm just going to kind of bunch this all up together and chop through it. And then cut the other direction. I find I don't need it chopped really small, but just a nice chop to it. And it is quite a bit of cilantro. I really like cilantro, so that's why I'm using that much. Okay, then I'm going to work on my poblano pepper. So this is the other half of my poblano pepper from the the jalapeno popper quesadilla that I made yesterday. So I'm going to get rid of the seeds and membrane. You could leave them in if you like yours to be a bit more spicy. I don't, so I'm going to take them out. And I'm going to, again, just like I did yesterday, I am going to cut these into pretty small dice because like I don't want to get like one big bite of pepper. I want it to be lots of small pieces of pepper that are kind of intermixed throughout the whole slaw. I am supposed to go skating again today, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I hope my brisket and slaw kind of give me lots of energy for that, because that won't be till this afternoon. Okay, so I got all of those ingredients taken care of. Now I'm going to work on the sauce. So I think what I've been lacking in the sauce that I use for my slaws is a little bit of sweetness. So I'm going to try adding some allulose. I'm not sure how you say it. Some of this to the dressing for my slaw. So I'm just going to add about a quarter cup, I think, of my mayonnaise. And I don't know how much of my sweetness I want to add. Not a ton, I don't think, just a little bit. So I'm just going to add about that much. I think that's probably a quarter of a teaspoon, maybe a half teaspoon max. Okay, and then some salt and pepper. So there's some pepper and probably about a quarter teaspoon of salt. And then get these mixed together. And then I'll taste it and see if I need to do anything different. I might need to add a little bit of vinegar to it too. That might be the other thing that I'm missing in my slaw. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Actually, I'll just... Yeah, it needs some vinegar. So I'm just gonna use some apple cider vinegar, probably about half a teaspoon. I would normally really measure everything out, but I'm kind of in a hurry because we're supposed to leave here pretty quick. So I'm doing this pretty quickly. Yeah, that's better. Ooh, I can really taste the heat from those jalapenos, and just that little bit of sweetness I think really, really helped. So this is great. All right, we're gonna go have lunch. Hello. So I ate lunch at noon. Oh, that's when I had my brisket and the slaw, and I did eat all of the slaw, and it was very good. The only change that I would make, it had so much flavor, but it had just a little bit too much vinegar, and I wish I had really measured how much vinegar I had put in, so I know how much to not put in and put in less. But I'll just experiment with it again and measure it, and then maybe I'll know exactly how much I want to have in my coleslaw. So it is now 6 o'clock. I'm not super hungry or anything. I went roller skating for about 3.5 hours though, and so I know I need to get some protein in me. And so I'm going to make the roasted garlic chicken of this Kevin's Natural Foods. And you make it the same way that I made the teriyaki beef yesterday. So I'm just kind of massaging the bag to break it apart now. And then I've got my skillet over here with a tablespoon of oil, and I'm just gonna fry it up and add my sauce. I thought about you making some konjac noodles, or not really making them. I would just heat them up in the sauce. I thought about doing that, but I'm sore. It was just a lot of skating and a lot of work, which is fine, but I'm sore and I'm kind of ready to be off my feet. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to make this chicken. I will plan to eat half of what is here, but am willing to eat the whole thing if I feel like I'm that hungry. I will have no problem with calories. It's not like I'm going to blow out my calories or anything if I do that. But I wanted to make sure I could get some good protein. And this has 21? Yeah, 21 grams of protein per serving, and I'm going to eat at least 1.5 servings. So that's great. And then it's only got 3 grams of carbs per serving. So that's my plan. All right, so this is what the chicken looks like. It does look more appetizing than the beef did when it first came out of the package. But again, that beef was really tender. I'm not knocking that beef at all. It was good. It just didn't look as appealing when it first came out of the package. So I've got my heat on to a medium high. It's on a 5 out of 7. And I need a mixing spoon. I'm going to use this, I think. And maybe I'll start even breaking this up a little more. Just right here in the strainer. And I'm just supposed to saute it for a couple of minutes, basically until it gets warmed through. And it should get slightly browned, right? Give it a sear, and then add the sauce and just let it cook on low for like 30 seconds. And that's all you're supposed to do, which is a quick meal and exactly what I am looking for. Okay, this is not sizzling. I did not wait long enough to get my pan hot, so I'm going to turn that up a little. Okay, so I've got these sauteed. I'm pretty sure that they're cooked through and they're starting to brown. So I'm going to reduce my heat. That's what it says I'm supposed to do. And get my sauce in here. And unlike my uh, teriyaki beef from yesterday, I can eat this sauce because there's only 3 grams of carbs in this whole thing. So I hope it's delicious. My sauce is warmed through, so I'm going to give this a try. It smells good. Hmm. It's interesting. Um, the sauce kind of tastes like gravy with like a little more garlic in it than you would normally put in gravy. So it's not quite what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be kind of like this rich, creamy garlic sauce, like that you might have with like pasta on a pasta. And it's just not. It's more of a gravy. But it's good. So I'm not saying that it tastes badly. It's just, it doesn't quite meet the expectations that I had for this meal. The chicken is quality chicken. So, that's pretty good. It's a step above like the canned chicken that I would buy from the store. Money wise, I'm not sure that it's worth it. I can't remember how much it was. I want to say it was like either $10 or $12 for the package. And I'm just not sure that this is like up to par with that much cost. But it's good and I will eat it and I will have lots of protein from it, which will be fantastic. I kind of feel like I want to make the 90-second keto bread to go with it because I love bread and gravy. So I think I'm going to do that. No, I won't. My daughter ate all of my eggs, so I have no eggs. I need an egg for 90-second keto bread. So I will just eat this and it's good. Like I'm not saying that it's not good. I'm just not sure that I would like buy it again. I currently have 3 pickle spears in a bowl that I'm going to eat. I do need to get my sodium up today. I'm about at 2000, which is just a little lower than it should be anyway. And then with all the workout that I did with roller skating, I was like sweating buckets, and so I need to make sure that I'm getting more salt in. So I'm gonna eat 3 pickle spears. So that is already entered here into Fat Secret. My calories are 1100. I really feel full. I'm not hungry. I'm gonna eat these slowly because I'm not hungry, but whatever. My fiber is pretty low today. But again, because I've been taking the magnesium and the potassium, I'm okay with that. My net carbs are 18. My protein is great. It's 133. And like my eventual goal is to get to 135 today. So, I mean, in a day. So that is fantastic. And yeah, my sodium with my pickles is 3,200. So I'm hopeful that that is enough for what I need, but we'll see if I have any issues tomorrow.